But now what you see, it also searches for programs in the program list. So I can here enter, for example, driver genius. It's a program there, and it looks the programs I have as well. So if I don't want to search for the application I want to start, I can enter it, and then the application which fits the name does start like I did before with car, or I don't know if it's still there.
Or write Word. What happened with Word?
Yeah, it should come now. Char map or Word as well. Now down here, linking is the word process. So that works as well. So this is actually not just a search window or search, but also a command line. You can directly enter the stuff you want to run. Mostly I go like that. So I get a command line.
Try something. Do it again, and write dear space $B.
$B?
No, not dollar. $B double point.
Oh, okay. I get it. I don't think this will work.
No. Okay. You need CMD instead. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I got on the this is then also we have new troubleshooters. This is quite neat. When you go down here, or you can go somewhere else, but this is actually designed for the action panel. So if you have issues or stuff, then it's there. And now I have an issue with the driver from Intel, so I have to set it up. But for example, I have a problem and he has not detected it now. And I want to troubleshoot it, I can go here to troubleshoot. And then I have different options, for example, or if I say, oh, this computer is bloody slow, I can go here and check out for performance issues. And then he will go through, check out if the disk is fragmented, or also if I trouble with Windows Update or networks or other stuff. It will guide me through steps I can do or fix them for me. It will try to fix it, and if it can't, ask for selection what to do next, and it's quite good. And this is also an improvement for the normal use, which are often quite alone at home, and it doesn't work the way they want. So this is a cool feature as well. Then, XP mode. Actually, I want to show it on this machine, but I now do it here. Let me first close Windows. The machine this stuff is running is a tablet PC with a 1.8 or 1.8 gigahertz processor with 3D RAM, but it also runs on a old machine. It's quite easy to do. So, as I said in the history session, when Bill Gates saw how Apple broke the line for their customers, I think he got quite hit and said, we won't do this ever. And that is one of the reasons why so many legacy stuff is still running in new systems, or also the architecture of the Windows system is quite crappy. If you look at the whole file placement on the disk, when you compare with Unix, where you have static files and dynamic files, they're separated to that they don't intermingle with each other and stuff like that. It's quite ugly, and also other stuff. But it is like this because of legacy reasons. So also again, to keep the system updatable, they try to put in the XP mode for Mac users. It's nothing new. They had it with their OS X for their old version, but you can go here now and run your computer in XP mode, and it's starting up the virtual machine. You have to. You can download it only on. You can download on versions. Professional, enterprise, ultimate, but not the whole user version. The premium, it doesn't work there. And you have to download it after you buy it from the internet. So, and you get with it the license for the Windows XP with Service Pack 3. You have to patch it like you have anything else. You have to look for antivirus and everything. So
crash as well.
No, I think it won't crash a lot because the reason why Windows crashes in our days are drivers, and this is working, so you have.
Well, I find that on the Apple that the VMware emulator crashes far less.
It's always the drivers. The drivers are the reasons why my computer nowadays crash, because not everything is handled, and it's still to this day. And when you have virtual machines, you don't have the drivers, so they won't crash. So now we have here a full functional XP. I can go to the internet. It goes through the internet through the host machine, so and all the old programs should run.
You've got the tools at the top to detach devices. Because
you can connect.
One of the problems with we've got on USB.
Yeah.
If it's attached to a device like that, and if my Apple did, the VMware on the Apple did, it removes it from the host machine.
I think the same will happen here.
And the camera, what's it called?
A webcam or?
The camera on the Apple.
Ooh,
it's got a name, something. VMware attached the camera, and therefore the Apple lost it. And Apple thought it was an Apple problem, and it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
so you had to watch that.
Yeah.
Eyesight.
Here, I guess it should be the same. Drives are matched differently. If I want to access the drive on my computer, I see them as shares. So they look like they were folders. So I can go through my native drives on the system like
printers
that.
can be an issue. You have to have two different printer drivers probably.
Yes, the drive model is completely different. So they must be different. No, when I install an application on the XP machine, I can access it directly later. So to give you an example, I go in here and install my favorite text editor. And then afterwards I can open it without first to open the Windows XP mode, but it will run directly in XP mode. But people aware of using it with other systems know it already. But just
the funny thing about XP is it thinks the network can't go faster than a gigabyte. Because here it is going faster.
Yeah.
It says network connected, speed 1 gigabit.
I don't run it now, so I close it.
Huh.
You know, the trouble always with virtual machine is they use a file, on the native OS now. And programs, or as long as you have rotating hard drives, they fragment because of the rotation. So now you have an operating system with a disk which fragments, and then you have another operating system in a file on this disk, and the operating system does fragment as well, so the file is fragmented as well. So it does, you know, just top on top on top, it just gets worse. So these are issues about the file system, or the disk system actually, not the file system, which are now here. That's the reason why I wanted to display here on this machine, because in here I have a new solid state disk in, and there's no issue with fragmentation anymore. It boots up Windows 7 from power on till one can run it in 35 seconds.
Under the Apple, this same emulator, it sets up a virtual disk space that only uses physically what it wants.
Yeah.
So that does the same, I suppose. So
yeah, you can.
It doesn't use, if you set 40 gigabytes, it doesn't use it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But you can.
Yes.
You can say, you can fix it, or now it's dynamic. So the trouble is when you put it dynamic,
It slows it down.
it slows it down, because you can't fragment it and it slows it down like the thing I have now.
Is it still trying to close that?
I think it will come back. I'm quite sure it's just an issue with the file system.
Nice.
The trouble is always the same, you know. The application says, oh, I'm a Windows application. And the Windows application expects, when it sends out a task to say, okay, let's do that, get me this file from the file system. Then it expects to be quite fast. And when it does not get the response fast, you know.
You've got the answer on the top, the right hand answer on the top.
You mean that?
All control delete.
Oh yeah.
Shut the task.